Please don't spoil the movie by adding your own soundtrack.
And I press play. And hi, my name is Carrie Bradshaw.
I've done that already. Hi, my name is Leslie Nope.
Leslie Nope. From Parks and Recreation.
Took you long enough.
I knew it. Hi, Leslie. Wait, what was her name?
Leslie Nope, I just said it.
No, what was the one that Rob Lowe used to say all the time?
And Perkins.
And Perkins. And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie.
I'm surprised you know Rob Lowe's name.
10 out of 10. Some names I do know. I know some things. Welcome back to a podcast brought to you by sisters who love each other.
Upon occasion.
All the time. Well, Jade, how have you been?
I've been alright. Nothing much.
Ask me how I've been.
How have you been?
I made 30.
You turned 30.
The big 3-0. 30 and flirty and thriving.
You turned freaking 30.
I'm not feeling 30, flirty, or thriving, honey. I feel 29. I feel the same. So I'm not sure what that girl was talking about.
Oh. It took me a while to realize what the frick you were talking
Yeah, I was
about.
like, she not paying attention to me? Or
I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. So say what you just said again.
I will not repeat myself. I said I'm 30, flirty, and thriving, but I do not feel like it.
You don't?
No.
What do you feel like?
Right now I feel congested.
A little
and
bloated.
A little overheated.
Oh, goodness. Those freaking hot flashes and
No,
menopause
I think
side effects are coming pretty early.
No, I took I think I had allergies, and I took an allergy pill yesterday, and it always throws me out of the whack the next day.
Allergy pills, too?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Kind of makes me drowsy. Doesn't get it all out. It's just like, makes me dry. I don't know. It's like a lot going on.
I've never felt any type of side effects or relief from an allergy pill. What allergy pill did you take?
Just like a
Zyrtec?
no, just like a regular allergy pill. I don't think it was Zyrtec. They made me drowsy. I think I'm sensitive to drowsy stuff. Even the non-drowsy stuff, I'm like, I feel it in my system. But I don't know, it just like makes me dry, and then, it's trying to get everything out. I'm not sure if it's working for me or working against me.
Fascinating stuff.
I wish I could have spent the day in bed recovering, but
On your 30th birthday?
no, from like when you're sick and you just want to stay in bed, but you can't because corporate America
Forces you to work.
Yeah.
Like a slave
Right.
to capitalism.
Right, and my job doesn't have sick days. It's like use your vacation day or
What?
Yeah, it's honestly trash.
You're joking.
Nope. We talked about this before. I don't have sick days now.
Well, technically, I don't have sick days anymore either.
If you use them up.
Well, they used to be separate. Like, you accrue sick and vacation.
Yeah.
Now it's all one pot.
Right, that's all right. And it's bullshit.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Give me my 4 sick days.
Because my freaking sick used to accrue like crazy.
Yeah, because you're not using it. All right.
But vacation, we get like 3.3 vacation hours, like every other pay period or something. Shit.
So are you...
So I would never have vacation.
All right.
It would take me like 2 years to get 5 days worth of vacation.
What the fuck?
But sick, I get like 500 hours worth of sick in like 3 fucking minutes.
So are they keeping the same rates? Or they what's the rate adjustment?
Girl, I don't know how this shit work.
Oh.
I take off when I want.
Okay.
How about that?
Hey, that's amen to that.
Fuck the man.
Fuck
so
the
what
man.
did you do for your 30th birthday?
I went to Disney. I went to Orlando, Florida during Hurricane Helen.
She almost messed up your plans there.
Right. That's R.I.P. and God bless the people affected by Hurricane Helen. But
all those affected.
yeah,
She did
damage.
She did some damage.
She did a lot of damage.
It's a fucking climate change. We gotta get ahead of this.
I know. There was this girl. So I went to Disney Thursday, which was the day of my birthday. I was supposed to go to originally supposed to do Universal Studios and Alice Adventures, but we decided to switch it because Friday had better weather. And we were supposed to go to the parks on Saturday, but we changed everything to accommodate the weather. But when we were at Universal, I was dying. I was like, it wasn't even that hot. I think I just started drinking too early. And
I was drinking alcohol?
Yeah, I was drinking alcohol, girl. Yeah, I have a little drink. But I think it was just too many roller coasters. And I was just like, ow.
I don't know why you would combine those things.
No, usually I'm fine.
Oh.
I think I started drinking too early. I did eat, and then it was just like.
An amusement park is. I've never wanted to be drunk.
And I had.
At an amusement park.
Yes, I do know. Disney? I love drinking at Disney. And also, like, I hadn't been drinking water because we forgot to buy a case of water, and the tap water was so disgusting.
Oh, really?
I refused. I refused.
So what did it taste like?
It smelled and it tasted.
Ew.
And I was just like, before I could even taste it, I could smell it. And I was like, I can't do this.
You remember the freaking tap water we had in Austin?
Not that bad.
I never tasted tap water like that ever.
That just took.
I could taste the fucking minerals.
Yeah, that just tasted earthy. That was
it tasted,
refreshing.
I was like, why is this exactly how I would expect Austin's fucking tap water to taste?
Rocky.
Like a fucking hippie made it.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
but that water down there was not that. That water felt like Florida Orlando water. Straight out the tap.
That swamp.
It was disgusting. So I had been drinking water. And it was just a lot going on in the fucking roller coasters. But anyway, there was a girl in front of us, a sweet little girl, but she was by herself and she did not. We found her in the Hagrid's ride, and we got fast passes, but Hagrid's ride is one of the few rides that you can't use a fast pass for. And it was like a 70-minute wait. We have to do Hagrid's, and we found herself behind this sweet girl who was homeschooled and she just started going to school, and that girl did not shut up.
I bet she did.
She was very sweet.
How old was she?
She was a freshman in high school, maybe 8th grade, a freshman or something like that. And boy, I mean, she made it go by fast, but that girl did not stop talking.
What the fuck were y'all talking about?
I know. One day I'm gonna see her at the Olympics for softball.
Oh.
She wants to be a veterinarian for exotic. They're gonna start in 2028. So hopefully, by the time she gets grown up, she can keep doing it. Her parents did believe in her in softball. She's a pitcher. Her parents did believe in her, but she says she's doing well. She's like, I'm not the best or the fastest, but I'm a fast learner. And I was like, oh, bitch, you're killing it. She's got a lot of dreams. And I was like, what? Honestly, to me, if you're dreaming at this age, you're gonna get it. I don't know, like, cause who's thinking about the Olympics? Like, you're already ahead of the game because she's got it up here. She's already thinking about it. She's gonna be
She's manifesting.
She's manifesting, honey. She's gonna be a what do you call it? A veterinarian for exotic pets. And I was like, okay, girl. But she was just talking about everything. I know she got 2 sisters. Oh, that's what I was talking about. She came from Jacksonville. Like, their family lives in Jacksonville. They drove up that morning because they didn't have electricity. They're like, let's just go to the parks.
Oh,
so that's why they were there. And they were just like, hopefully we get electricity by the time we get back home. So I pray they got electricity by the time they get back home.
What a luxury for those Florida Indians.
Right. She was like, it's a 2-hour drive. We just kept on up. Right.
Let's just go to the parks. Let's go to Disney World today.
Yeah.
Because we live in Florida and it's so easy and accessible.
10 out of 10. I be watching these people to prep for my trip to Disney, because Disney, it's a little weirder because you can't just buy fast passes. You got to do the genie passes. You got to sign up. You get to choose for 3 rides. You got to sign up when you do it, so you can't really just go to Disney. Sometimes you got to plan like at least a day ahead. Unlike a fast pass, which is like, well, bitch, I just use my fast pass. But Disney, they don't do fast passes anymore. You got to do the lightning lane or the I forgot what they fucking call it, but. You get 3, and you gotta go through you gotta pick your time slot. So you can't really go whenever you want. So I have been watching, like, people on TikTok talk about different Disney shit. And this one guy who trades Disney pins, I forgot to bring them. I'm gonna bring them next time. But he buys mystery pins, like, just like, like button pins. Yeah. But he goes so often. And I was like, I wish I can go back and buy another box so I can complete my mystery set. I have to show you it. But it's like the villain pins.
So you bought a box of pens?
Like villain pins. Okay. So it was like, I don't have it.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was cute. But but expensive. So each box.
How much did that fucking cost you? $500?
No, it was like $100. Each box had 2 pins in it. They had a set of 10. So I bought 4.
And that was $100?
$120, yeah. Okay. And I'm missing 2 pins. So I have 2 duplicate pins, and there's 2 pins that I'm missing.
What are the pins that you're missing?
I'm missing Cruella de Vil, which I really want, and Captain Hook.
Yeah, Cruella. You gotta have Cruella.
Yeah. No, yeah, Cruella de Vil. What did I say?
You said you're missing her.
Yeah. But I got Hades, and I was really happy to get Hades. Hades, Ursula, the evil guy from Mulan. I can't think of the
Yeah.
Han. I don't know his name. Maleficent, the evil queen from
Sleeping
Beauty.
Scar.
No, he's not on there.
No.
That's everybody? Was that 5? Ursula?
We get the gist.
Oh, no, but I want to name them. Ursula, Mulan, Hades, Maleficent, Evil Queen. Oh, the evil guy from Aladdin. What's his name?
Oh, Jafar.
Jafar. Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, so it's only 8. So I'm missing 2. So yeah. So I'm missing. But I'm really glad I got a Hades. You want to see what they look like?
Sure.
They're really cool in person. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
They're
So
really
all
nice.
in all,
Yeah.
it was a good trip
Yeah.
for your 30th.
And the next time I go, I'm gonna try to pin trade.
How the fuck do you do that? You're just like, hey, you want to switch pins?
Okay. Right. There's stations. So like next time I go to Disney, and I found like there's people like set up. So sometimes it's cast members. Like if you go to a store, like the little shops in there, they have like a board with pins on it. And when you trade with a cast member or like they kind of just have to say yes. So it's like, can I give you this pin for that pin? You can do like that, but also like people
Themselves
do it, and I think they are specific.
Yeah, but how do you find the random people?
Oh, the people who do it, they know where they're at. Or so apparently they used to it used to be so
There's a
popular.
trading pin station.
Right, they used to take up all the benches, but apparently they had to make a rule you can only trade pins during a certain amount of time. You can only
Who
use
the
it.
fuck knew trading pins was so big in Disney World?
Huge, bitch. This is the TikTok, and the guy that I follow, it's so exciting. I love watching his videos because he'll buy him, he'll open him up, and he's like, I got, and I'm like, yes, let's go. He was like, I had to go buy another box. I'm like, this nigga got money. Because he's buying mystery pins. Because you can buy pins, like you see them, but if you buy the mystery box, it's just playing like a. And there's one girl who buys like mystery boxes, and then she like, okay, let's go see if we can find the other set, and like they go around looking for the completest. It's really fun. It's like a treasure hunt. But yeah, but if you trade with actual people, they have to want to trade. Actually trade pins. But.
Right.
But that's my new nerdy obsession.
And you've always got one of those.
Thank you.
So, 30. Huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You made it to 3-0. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah. Not everyone can do that.
Let's see if you can make it to another 30 plus some.
Jesus. I guess so, huh?
Also, it's the month of October. We're 1 year almost from your wedding.
Oh, God, yeah. Jesus.
That's crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The way time's flying. I was like, I have so much time.
Yeah, you're only...
I have to get these fucking invitations together.
Yeah, you better start getting shit together now. You only got a year's time. 12 moons.
12
I
months.
think that's how that works.
Yeah. One full moon a month.
Oh, I was right. Okay. I took
Pretty
a gamble.
sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
So yeah.
What's been up with you, miss?
What's been up with me?
You talked about your birthday last time, right?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, we talked about
We talked about how we're going to be the same age for 2 weeks.
Let's see that.
And now we're no longer the same age anymore.
I want.
Nothing really spectacular. I didn't do anything crazy for my birthday. Only turned 29. The big one is going to be when I turn 30. We're getting a private jet. Just kidding. But we are going out of the country. Get your affairs in order. We're going international, baby.
Okay, you get your affairs in order. You might as well just start. Whenever the summer comes, you better start reaching out to travel agencies so you can start.
I know. I really don't get startled. But I've been seeing Japan dropped everywhere, left and right, and oh my god.
I mean, it's a dream to go to Japan, but if we go, you gotta do it right, bitch.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, you're gonna get married a month later, so can you travel across the world for 5 days?
If you plan right now, that's true, huh? My PTO won't be dead.
Right. Well, only time will tell. Have you watched anything good lately?
I'm still on Supernatural. I'm still watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's all I'm watching right now, and I'm in it.
That's it.
In it.
Fascinating. You haven't watched Monsters? The Eric and Lyle Menendez story?
No.
Ah!
I feel like there's a lot of drama around it.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
I just learned that Murphy did not talk to the Mendez brothers to film this.
Yeah,
show.
he's
like, what the fuck?
like when it came out, he was really like douchey about it. I was like, okay, hold on, you're making money off of these men,
Right.
like take it easy. He was like, I have no interest in meeting them, and they should be thanking me.
Oh.
What? Like, whoa.
What would you think of the show?
It was fantastic. You know, I find it very interesting because, and we talked about this last time, like, their reasoning for murdering their parents was like sexual abuse. Up until like this story was like coming out, like this show, never fucking knew that.
Yeah.
Like when I heard of them, and I think you're the person who told me about them. I heard about them not too long ago for the first time, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. And I just feel like everyone has just always said, "Oh yeah, like they murdered their parents."
Yeah, no one really talks about.
No one talks about the fact that there was abuse. It was like, "Oh yeah, they murdered their parents for like the insurance money or the inheritance."
To the point where I didn't even think that was part of the trial because most of the podcasts I listened to who talked about barely brought it up. So I didn't even think that was part of the trial.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was like a huge part of the damn story.
Yeah, which I didn't know they brought. I thought that was something they brought up after the fact. They're like, "This is our true story."
Yeah,
we did it.
that was
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I was like, why? But you know, modern day media, they want the grabby stuff. But so fantastic show. Where would you like me to start?
You have 10 minutes ish.
I don't even know where to begin.
What was your favorite part? I guess
I feel like there has like the Eric and Lyle Menendez. I don't even know if they've even seen it. But when, like, it came out, they were like, that's not... Basically, they were kind of like, that's not accurate. So I watched a documentary after I watched the show. Yeah. Just, like, and, you know, they had, like, people who were in the jury and, like, some of the attorneys that worked on the case and, like, the defense and whatever in it. I was like, the show seems pretty freaking accurate. The only thing that I think was probably inaccurate is, like... Okay, so there's the two brothers. Lyle is the older one. Eric is the younger one. The portrayal of Lyle is very like, oh, he's fucking crazy. Like, he's a psychopath. Like, he's... Well, not a psychopath, but he's, like, angry. He's hostile. Like, he easily ticked off. Right. Like, kind of self-involved. I feel like that was obviously, like... dramatized. Like, I feel like he's probably not like that. Oh, okay. But, like, other than that, like... The stuff that was in there was, like, it actually, like, happened. Oh. Like, they did, like, once they killed their parents, they, like, blew, like, $700,000. Damn. They, what else?
Right.
They didn't tell anybody. Like, it was, like, top secret that they were being abused, and they didn't tell anybody about it. And they didn't speak of it for the first time until, like, really they went to trial. Which everyone was like, I guess, which gave everyone to question, you know, the validity behind it. Like, even, like, tiny things, I was like, there's no way that really happened. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that did really happen. So, like, them saying, like, oh, this isn't real, I'm like, well, where? Where? Now, I do believe that they were abused. That I do believe. But I think multiple things can be true at the same time. Like, I believe that they were abused, but also at, like, certain... Like, I still think they were, like, young kids and were probably, like, you know... I mean, through the trauma of it all, we're kind of just, like, douchey. Yeah. To an extent. But I do believe that they... Yeah, they were rich white kids. Like, I mean, you can't get rid of that. Right. You know what kind of personality that brings. Right. But I do believe that they were being abused.
That's crazy.
And I think, the mom, that her, I was like, I don't know. Right. Because, like, obviously we get, y'all killed y'all's dad because he was molesting me. Monster. But the mom story just seemed more complex.
The moms.
Like, they said that she knew that they were abusing them. But then, like, other people kind of, like, I guess, like, in testimony or whatever, so was, like, saying she was scared of them. Like, she was scared of her children and her husband.
Jesus. Interesting.
So it's just like...
She was scared of the kids?
I think two things can be true at the same time. I think she was aware. Why was she aware and didn't do anything? I mean, that doesn't make it right, but, like, she's petrified of her husband. Maybe that's why. Yeah. I mean, like... I don't want to justify them killing their mother. Like, they're kind of was like, well, we killed our dad, so we kind of have to kill her, like, almost.
If you want to get away with it, I guess.
Yeah. But I just think her like the humanity or lack thereof of them killing their mother is like more of a gray area than them killing their father, who was in fact a monster and was molesting them viciously. Fantastic show though, you must watch it. The guy who plays Lyle is so fucking hot. He's all over my TikTok. That's all I'm seeing right now is freaking Lyle content. He's so freaking hot.
Was he anything before that?
No.
Oh.
He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
This is like his big break. And now he's in that other show, Grotesque. With Ryan Murphy. He's in there too.
What's that
the one that Travis Kelce's in.
Oh yeah, so what's that black lady's name?
Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash. Yeah.
So I started watching that after I started watching.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, he's so hot. I need more of him.
You can watch it. You can make it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like the gore. Like wasn't. I was like, okay, but they were like never showing him. I was like, yeah, I'm only here for him. So y'all aren't showing him. I got to get out of here.
I was like, what? I was like, I feel like Ryan Murphy shows. How is she in it? Niecy Nash.
Who Niecy Nash? Girl, John, when I tell you I was not paying attention to the damn show. Back to the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, however. Acting superb, chef's freaking kiss. Are you gonna watch it?
Why, you trying to spoil something for me?
No, not really. I just really think you should watch it. It was really good.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
It was Emmys are coming out of this show. I'm like, everyone deserves an Emmy. Except for the mom. I wasn't convinced with her acting. I really didn't care for it.
She didn't give.
She did not give it all. And when I was watching, I was like, you are not old enough to be a mother to these like 21, 19-year-old kids. Like, you look like you're 30.
Jesus.
Then I Googled her age. She's 49. She looks great. Oh, wow. Did not think you were 50 years old. But I just like, she wasn't convincing to me. But everybody else, chef's kiss, the woman who played the lawyer was fantastic. There's an episode where Eric, the younger one, just talks about, literally the whole episode is just him talking about the abuse that he, received at the hands of his father. Fucking phenomenal. It's like one frame. It's the same fucking frame for the whole episode. He's sitting in a chair talking to the lawyer about it. He doesn't like move. His like head's down like the whole time. I was like, this is so... And he's just like talking the whole time. I was like, this is the best acting I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. It was so good. You've got to watch it.
Okay.
So
you gotta watch it.
And then the guy... I don't know his name, but the guy who plays the dad, freaking superb. I was like, damn, you're good at this. You're good at this fucking shit. This acting shit, you got it down pat, bro.
I wonder why Ryan Murphy said they need to...
I don't know why he acted like that. That was very rude. Because you're capitalizing off of these two men's trauma. Right. And then, okay, last thing. So then, of course, after I watched the show, I'm like obsessed. You can go and watch the trial, like on... I plan on doing it at some point. You can watch the trial from start to finish. On like some website, I forgot what it's called. It's like public because they had cameras there. Yeah. And they went through 2 trials. So the first trial ended up in a mistrial. Right. And then they did the second one and then they got convicted. So their options were only for like the second trial was life or the death penalty. So they're serving life in prison.
Oh, after they got convicted.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, God.
That's crazy.
It's so sad. But after, I was like, okay, I was Googling, I'm like, are they in the same jail together? Yeah, like, are they together? They were apart. Oh. For the entire time that they've been serving time, they've been apart, and they weren't reunited until 2018.
That's nice.
I thought that was so fucking sad.
Yeah.
Because as for watching the show and, like, seeing their relationship, it's like, they were two kids in the fucking mud with them fucking crazy ass parents.
Out there.
They all they had with each other, and then they separated them. I was like, oh my God, why are they separated? But they're together now.
Oh, good.
So yeah,
good for them. Well, not good for them.
Okay, last part. I'm done. Have I reached my 10 minutes yet?
Yeah.
Okay, last part. I think the biggest goop and gag of the entire show was the fact that the oldest brother was wearing a hairpiece. I was like, yo, what?
In real life or?
Okay, in real life.
Oh.
And have you ever seen pictures of him?
No.
Okay, so throughout this process, I'm like Googling them left and right. And like every time I would see a picture of the oldest brother, I was like, he has the strangest looking haircut I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It's the weirdest fucking haircut. He's wearing a fucking hairpiece.
Oh.
And I was like, that's why it looks so goofy looking. I was like, I would have never thought this was a hairpiece. It looks awful. Like, your haircut is weird, but I would have never thought it was a hairpiece. But, like, there's a scene in the movie or in the show where the mom, like, rips it off. I was like, oh, you bitch.
So as a child, he wore a hairpiece? Like
His hair started, like, thinning.
Oh.
I guess due to the stress of being, like, the child of the worst parents in the world.
Yeah.
So his hair started falling out. I don't think it was, like, aggressively falling out, but I think it was, like, noticeable. And the dad made him get a hairpiece because of it.
Jesus.
He didn't even want the hairpiece. And then the mom rips it off of his head.
Ow. Why she made him get a hairpiece?
Because she was drunk and she was on pills and she hated her
the
fucking
dad
life.
was like, you have to get a hairpiece, nigga.
Because he was crazy! But yeah,
say,
there's this scene where she, like, rips it out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? He had a hairpiece.
That's crazy.
Watch it.
Ugh.
All right, that's all I have. I've been waiting to talk about that for forever. Oh my god.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Think
Ooh.
columnist. Think writer. Think advertising. Think dating.
Dating's so hard.
Think the do's and don'ts of relationships. Think a yellow dress. Think a bet. Think battle versus the sexes. Think
Battle of the sexes.
10 days. Think
Let's say how to lose.
how to.
Oh my goodness, you did. I was fucking with you.
Think. I wasn't going to. Think ugly, hairless jog. Think hot guy who has 2 friends that are basically his personal assistants.
These are
Drum roll, please. That brings us to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
One of the longest movie titles ever, but a great movie.
Summary. An advice columnist, Andy Anderson, played by Kate Hudson, tries pushing the boundaries of what she can write about in her new piece about how to get a man to leave you in 10 days. Her editor loves it. Andy goes off to find a man she can use for her experiment. Enters executive Ben Barry, who is so confident in his romantic powers that he thinks he can make any woman fall in love with him in 10 days. When Andy and Ben meet, their plans backfire against each other.
Boom, bop, bam.
The film is a romantic comedy directed by Donald Petrie, written by Kristen Buckley, Brian Regan, and Burr Steers.
3 people.
The film is loosely based on the picture book of the same name.
Okay, picture book. Would have never guessed a picture book.
If you ever see a movie, don't ever think it wasn't a book first. I'm gonna make that. You know how I have my list of
crazy white boys.
White people trying to put on like a black accent or black persona.
Yeah.
There's that one. Then there's the characters that moms die
Right.
in movies. This is gonna be my next one. Books that are now movies.
Or you're behind.
It's gonna be my next one. So this is based off of
picture book.
I guess a how-to help book.
Picture book. It didn't need to be based off a picture book. I don't think that was necessary, guys.
While the story and characters in the film are original, the dating don'ts are from the book, of course.
Okay.
The film was released on February 7th, 2003. A young Gwyneth Paltrow and director Mike Newell were originally attached to the project, but producer somebody was unable to get Mike Newell to commit to a date, and Gwyneth went on to work on the film View from the Top.
Never heard of it.
You know that movie about her wanting to be a flight attendant or some shit?
No.
It's not that good of a movie anyway. I hate it. It's kind of sad.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of depressing. I don't like it. The yellow gown Kate Hudson wore in the movie was created by costume designer Caroline Herrera. The necklace she wears with the yellow gown is really called the Isadora diamond, named after Isadora Duncan. And it was real and was worth $6 million.
Damn.
It looked so cheap and fake.
It looked like it was
Like literally when I saw her put it on, my exact thoughts were fake. Cubic zirconium. Right.
costume jewelry. But it also, it looked like it would be worth more than $6 million. I don't know.
I think, well, it says here,
It's a yellow diamond.
according to my notes,
It's a yellow carat diamond. What's the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe, well, it says the 80 carat yellow diamond in the necklace. I don't know. Because she had the necklace and then there was like a diamond at the bottom.
So maybe the diamond
I don't know if the diamond at the bottom was real and just that was real. I don't know.
No, the whole thing had to be real.
I'm not a jeweler.
But maybe that part was just $6 million. Everything else was his own.
Maybe so.
That's what I got from that.
To prepare for the roles, Matthew McConaughey learned how to ride a motorcycle.
Oh my god! Of course he did. That's so annoying.
To prepare for the character.
To prepare for the role, I will learn how to ride a motorcycle.
He wanted to make it look as real as possible. That he knew what he was doing.
Oh, that's what we need in rom-coms. I need the action scenes to be accurate.
Right. Meanwhile, Kate Hudson, to prepare for her role as a New York columnist, spent a day at Vogue with Anna Wintour.
Not one day.
Yep.
She's like, this is all I need.
This is all I need. I mean, yeah. I mean, literally though, it's like
Right. She just wanted to.
It's a romantic
She just
comedy.
wanted to go to Vogue.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to fucking go to Vogue?
That's all she wanted to do.
Budget.
Budget is the how do you say?
For you, that's a pretty good
$15 million.
Pepe Le Pew French accent.
Agent. Agenté.
Okay.
A bébé les bouts. Ratatouille. How do you say the ratatouille?
Oh. Are you done?
Was that closer? Or was that
What
far?
did you even say?
$10 million.
Oh, no.
I lost it. 15 million?
No.
30 million.
No.
Okay, what? 50 million.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That was spent on the actors. That was spent on Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
Had to have been. Had to
y'all
have
didn't do
been.
shit.
Because what in this movie in 2003 needed to cost $50 million? Y'all could have done this in 18. Box office.
100.
Not bad, but no.
80.
No.
Should I go up? 110.
No.
115.
No.
Okay, keep going. 130.
No.
Are you more?
Yeah.
Damn. 170.
170. Yes. $177.5 million. That's all I have. Okay. Let me go through the cast quickly. Kate Hudson as Andy Anderson. Matthew McConaughey as Benjamin Barry. Adam Goldberg as Tony. BB Newworth as Lena Jang. Michael Michelle as Judy Spears. Shalom Hartley as Judy Green. Robert Klein as Philip Warren. Catherine Hine as Michelle. Thomas Leon as Thayer. Horrible name. Cecilia Weston as Glenda. Anna somebody as Gina. And that's all I know.
Another part.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's get this pretty started.
So, the first person we meet in this movie is Andy, honey, and she's a how-to girl. She does all the how-to stuff.
How to feng shui your apartment, how to lose 10 pounds, how to make the perfect pair of shoes, go with your red dress.
How to get out a parking ticket, crazy stuff.
All those things.
But she's more than that. She wants to write about war.
Real things,
In the Middle
politics, religion, climate change,
Right.
all of those serious topics.
Could you, which kind of like,
Girl, why are you working here? Go to the New Yorker,
well,
the New York Post, the New
What
York
did she-
Times.
what did she say? Like, it was like the only job she got out of college, and I don't know.
I don't remember her saying that.
She was like,
She did say she went to Yale, though. I was like, you?
yeah. I think she's one of those situations where this is the first job she got, and this is not.
How young is she supposed to be?
Right. I mean, I think she just got a job, and she got stuck there, and you know how it be.
I guess.
Like in The Devil Wears Prada, the main character wants to be a journalist, but she can't find a journalist job, so she becomes old girl's assistant.
That's fair.
Shit happens.
I mean, yeah, of course.
But could you imagine being a how-to person? Also, if I was her, I'll just make shit up.
But okay, like her whole thing is like she wants to write these serious pieces. Of course, yes, that's what you want to do. But she wants to do it at the wrong place.
Right, that's true.
Why do you think you'll be able to write about the war in the Middle East at Composure Magazine?
Right.
Y'all's niche is shoes, hot gossip, the new hottest, latest actors.
Right.
What clothes we should be wearing in springtime.
Exactly. It's about as serious as you get. It's probably like body dysmorphia. Like it's not. It's gonna be like image-based stuff, not like war.
Yeah, like the effects of using Botox. For too long.
Or something. Yeah, something like that. It's not gonna be this.
We're not talking. Yeah, we're not.
She can, and also like as a writer, bitch, if you don't submit that to, you can submit writings to New York Times or like pitch things to other articles. Like,
but I guess once he gets comfortable, man.
Right.
So this is her whole thing. She works for this magazine. She wants to be taken seriously and write serious stuff, although she is at the wrong magazine company trying to do that.
The way this movie kicks off, gets its wheels. They have a friend named, what's her name? Michelle. Michelle's got a problem.
Michelle is crazy.
Girl can't keep a man.
And she can't keep a man. She says, I love you after the first 2 days of knowing them. She calls up their mom and asks them for his social security number. She does weird things that you should only do after dating someone for 2 years, and she does them on night fucking 3.
Right. So in one of their
and they work
yes, Michelle
Andy works with Michelle
and another lady. I can't think
and
of her name.
another chick
I can't think of her name.
who's a third member of the trio.
So in a work meeting, Michelle gets picked on, like, what's your next idea of writing? She's like, I'm unprepared. I just got broken up with. And then the editor, Lana, is like, use it.
Write about it. And of course, Michelle's like, no, I don't want to write about my dating trauma. And Lana is like, bitch, this is your job. And
then she's like, I understand. Who else will write about it?
Oh, right.
She's like, totally get it. Who else will though?
And to save her friend, I guess, from embarrassment, Andy says she will, but more from an inspiration standpoint. She will instead not necessarily write about Michelle, but instead write about
inspired by
the don'ts.
Oh, right.
Of dating a man. How to lose him if you do these things.
Which, if I was Michelle, I'm jumping off a cliff. I inspired a whole article about what I do.
You know, I didn't really see the big deal.
Really? But someone asked Michelle who can't stop it.
I guess it's true.
She's doing it.
Yeah.
And like she can't. Maybe I'll help her stop doing that. But like that's her life. It's literally who she is.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh great. Oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, yay.
I had no idea.
That thing I did yesterday, you told me it was like not that crazy. Oh, yeah, that's one of the things you shouldn't do because you lie to your friend.
Right.
Like, that wasn't too bad, but it's like that time she called someone.
Well, look, Michelle got to learn sometime.
She got to learn something.
And she's going to have to learn the hard way.
Yeah, Michelle
so Andy is tasked with this task. And meanwhile, we're meeting a young Benjamin Barry, who is an advertising executive in the beer and sports division.
Right. You know, sorry. Whenever I think of Matthew McConaughey, I think of
he's in that movie for like 10 seconds.
I know.
It's so
but
weird.
it's just, to me, it's so iconic. Not that part. It's just like how that got in the movie, because he was just like, I'm talking about Wolf of Wall Street if you don't know. But he's like, it wasn't supposed to be in the movie. He was just like doing like vocal stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was just like prepping for the scene. He was like prepping for the scene. And then like, if you notice, what's the guy's name?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He looks while he's doing it, he looks to the right at the director. He's like, are we going with this? And that's like, it just makes it into the movie. But he was just doing like a pump vocal
I
thing.
had no idea.
Yeah.
You know, I saw this tweet recently. You know how like people somehow, however these things get out there, people will say, oh, in this scene it was actually improv, or like how Matthew McConaughey, he was actually warming up his vocals, or the scene of like Heath Ledger in like The Joker, and everyone says like, oh, the explosion was actually supposed to go right the first time, but he didn't break character. I read a tweet once where someone was like, there's this, I can't remember what it says, but like they make that up. Like that's not true. Like these things are actually planned that way. And like somehow like they feed that fake shit. Like,
I know.
oh,
we eat that shit up.
and we eat that shit up because but even before I saw that tweet, I was like, there's no way all of these things are by coincidence. Like, I don't believe, I don't believe that these greatest moments are by coincidence. I think this shit is planned and orchestrated.
Right. And then, like, or there's got to be a publicist on set, and then like, or someone who's like, okay, yeah, we're going to use that as the fake thing.
Yeah.
And it's like making note of stuff. But like, I also believe, like, you know, I feel like they go on like those like talk shows, and they're like, want to hear a funny story that scene I did?
Right.
And they're just lying to me.
It was actually improvised, and I actually just wung it. I was like,
no, that's so true.
Yeah, and then like, because it's like they want you to think that to make the movie seem more
Better.
interesting and have more value and more captivating.
But also, on the other note, when people like singers and rappers and they go on like what's the fun guy show? Like when Ariana Grande went on that talk show.
Oh, Hot Wings.
No, the night show.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel,
one of those, yeah. And she was like, they were like, sing this song in this pitch. People think that is like off the cuff, but no,
shit's fake.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, she's really singing it, but they told her what like she prepped for this.
Yeah,
they're not just throwing out celebrities out there just to fuck up, like.
And that's so sad.
and when I tell you, I thought it was real, and then I was listening to my podcast. Yeah. I was into another podcast, and one of the girls used to work on like sets and stuff. She was like, "You know that shit's fake, right? Like it's nothing." She was like, "Nothing, everything's planned. Like nothing is real."
That's why I don't believe these motherfuckers when they say fucking Heath Ledger kept character when the explosion went wrong. I was like, y'all playing that shit,
right?
This was in the script. I'm gonna give Heath his credit when it's due, but this was planned. That's okay. That was planned. Right. It's fine. It was a funny scene. We all laughed.
That's true. But yes, Ben.
So we're introduced to a advertising executive, Ben, who works in like the beer sports division of his company. He is trying to branch out into a different market, however, the diamond market.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I did not want Ben to win. I never wanted Ben to win.
Fucking neither.
Stay with your beer and let the two hot bitches handle the diamonds.
Yeah, let the two hot fucking lesbian bitches, the fucking Judies, do what the fuck they know best.
Let them do the diamonds. Like what? How? What if
you advertise fucking beer, bro? What the fuck do you know about diamonds?
Yeah.
And everything he said about diamonds was stupid.
Wrong.
He was like, diamonds are for everyone. Frost. What the fuck are you talking about? Frost
yourself. And the stupid fucking old ass man who works there, he's like, oh yeah, this is great. I was like, you know, that tweet, there's like just two dumb bitches agreeing with each other. Yeah. That's what that felt like. Because what the frost?
I was like, what the fuck is frosting?
And go, ladies, frost yourself.
Frost yourself. When he said that, he was like, frost. The black girl, she was like, you frost the cake. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, yes, thank you.
Oh, okay, but yes, Ben wants to get into diamonds.
So he wants to get into fucking diamonds.
We're supposed to be supportive of this as viewers,
but we're not because he's low key misogynist. But whatever. Right, so he's trying to break into this huge diamond account that his advertising company is like acquiring. But as of right now, the two Judies who are lesbians, I don't know if they're dating each other. They're lesbians.
Oh, okay.
Well. Actually, now that I say it,
yeah,
well,
like, what?
Ben says that they're lesbians, or like his two flunkies called them lesbians.
Oh.
I don't know if they're probably being misogynistic.
They're probably just saying they're lesbians because they're strong,
beautiful women.
And if anything, maybe one of them is lesbian. I doubt that both of them are lesbians.
Yeah,
and I also think the non-black one might be a lesbian. Actually, I think the black one might be black. One is definitely lesbian. The other one wouldn't be.
She's got the biggest fucking dick I've ever seen. Right. She's for sure lesbian. But yeah, so maybe they aren't lesbians. They call them lesbians, but now in hindsight, I'm like, they could have just been saying that because they're misogynistic men. But nonetheless, they're both named Judy. They are basically heading this diamond account.
As they should.
Ben wants it. They got it. He's beefing with the two Judys.
And he's like, he learns that later that night, they're going to go meet up with like the owner of the ad company solidify
them taking over the advertisement for this diamond company, and he wants to stop it, intervene so that he can take over.
Right.
Also, there is some intermingling, which really didn't make sense to me.
What?
So the two Judys, however, they're gonna be the leads on this ad. It wasn't well explained. They're
putting the ad on Composure. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, explain it.
So Ben and the Judys, they work for an advertising firm.
Yeah.
So they are going to do an ad for this diamond company, but they have to put the ad somewhere. So they're working with Composure.
Oh, so they're going to put some of the ads
on Composure.
Okay, so the Judys have a meeting at Composure
with Lonnie.
With Lonnie, the head editor, who is Andy's boss.
Yes.
So the Judys go to Composure. They meet Lonnie. They meet Andy. They have exchanged pleasantries. Andy informs them that she's working on a how-to article, how to lose a guy in 10 days. They're like, oh, riveting. Can't wait to read about it.
Right.
And hi, bye. That's that.
Later that
night,
Andy's on a hunt. She must find a guy to date for 10 days because they go to press in 11 and she can't do less than 10 days. So
7 days is too short.
Yeah. So
she's got 10 days
to get. She's got to go get to work now. So she goes to this bar. Happens to be.
Side note. I understand. No, I don't understand. So she's going to the bar to find a guy.
Yeah.
You don't need to date a man to write about the don'ts of dating.
Exactly. You have Michelle.
Just ask Michelle what she has done.
Right. Yeah, you didn't actually.
We could have avoided all of this because this is an absurdly unnecessary step. You don't have to get a boyfriend to do this.
And then, honestly,
this is self-explanatory.
She could have stopped after she realized after day 3. She'd be like, all right, let's just act normal. I just give him.
I'd be like, I can't fucking do shit.
Right. Anymore. Actually, he's kind of hot. Whatever. Fuck it.
Right. Let's actually be serious.
Let's actually just forget I was that crazy and let's just move on. But anyway, yeah. 100%. I mean, honestly, half the how-to shit she doesn't have to do. She just makes shit up.
Right.
Like that one where she's like, how to get out of a ticket. She actually gets pulled over and she's... No.
Well, I feel like she got pulled over and that was the inspo for the article.
Oh, see, to me... Oh, it makes sense. But to me, I think it happens this way.
Oh, no. I think she gets pulled over.
Maybe.
And she got her way out of a ticket and then she wrote about it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that's the way. I don't think that's how Andy operates. I think she got pulled over. But no, that makes more sense. I agree with you.
So yeah, she heads out to this bar with Michelle and the third member of their trio. And they're on the prowl for a hot guy that Andy can ruin. Meanwhile, Ben is at the same place
with the
Judys and the CEO, head director, whatever, of the advertising agency that they work for. He is all up in their shit. He pops up at their dinner and he's like, I deserve this account, yada, yada, yada. And the boss is basically like, I don't think you're suited for this. And he's like, no. I am perfect for this. Diamonds are for everybody. And I know how to sell diamonds. And I'm a man. And the Judys are like,
you don't even know the first thing about love.
Fucking prick.
Right. Because their whole thing is like, diamonds is for lovers. Diamonds is to say, like, I love you. And they're like, Ben, you don't know nothing about love. You've never even made a woman fall in love with you or something like that. And he's like, I bet.
I thought this was so stupid.
Who makes the bet first? Do they make the bet first? I think he makes the bet first.
No. The Judy. Judy number 1 makes the bet.
Okay.
But I thought it was so stupid.
Why?
I just...
Right.
I was like, what does this have to do with work? Like, what does this have to do with...
It's like movies like this.
The job that we were doing for this firm. What
I watched a TikTok yesterday and it was like a girl saying like what I thought corporate America was going to be like, and it was like images from Suits. And then like what it actually is like her in her house in like the most comfortable clothes sitting on a laptop like like in like a like just like by herself, right. But like literally this is in real life.
I thought this was so stupid.
And it's inappropriate, honestly.
I thought it was really fucking
HR.
And then so yeah, they're basically like, First of all, I didn't think it correlated. We're talking about this diamond account, and then out of nowhere, you're like, "Can you make a woman fall in love with you?" Mm-hmm. What the fuck does that have to do with this fucking diamond?
Just get up and get the fuck out of my face, because I'm working this fucking account, dude.
It didn't make any fucking sense. So she basically makes a bet with him, and is like, "You can't get a woman to fall in love with you in 10 days," and he's like, "Yeah, I can," and
then they're like, okay, let's pick a woman. And in the crowd, Judy spotted Andy. She's like,
who she just saw at Composure hours before.
She's so smart. Like 10 out of 10, what a lovely woman. She's like, her.
Well, and I thought it was Judy, because she sees Judy first. And I think that's how she gets the idea of the bit.
Wait, no, she sees Andy first?
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I think Judy sees Andy first.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
And like that's how she gets the idea of the bet. I still thought the bet was stupid.
Yeah. It is a very stupid bet, but shout out to Judy.
So they're prowling the room for Ben's victim, that he can make her fall in love with him. And Judy, number one, spots Andy, and she's like, her. And Ben's like, no problem, sure. Bet on. But also, as they're making this bet, at no point did they say, if you're able to do this, you get the account. That also irritated me. That's never said. So I was like, so the whole time I'm like, watching it, I'm like, are we making this bet for shits and giggles? I was like, does he get the account if he wins? Because no one says that. There's no terms of the bet. They're just like, I bet you can't make a woman fall in love with you. I thought it was so fucking stupid. The shit was pissing me off. I would like to say I was very disappointed when I was watching this movie.
What?
I was like, this isn't as iconic as I remember it. I was like, I'm so kind of irritated.
I'm so sorry for our listeners to hear that. What?
But like, honestly, I was like, it's no 13 going on 30. It's just like, I feel like there was, the chemistry between the two are great.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, I was like, this plot is riddled with.
I mean, it's a rom-com, Jade.
I've seen better. I was very disappointed.
No, it's great.
I wouldn't put it in my top 5. Maybe not even my top 10.
It's a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it. So.
I just feel like the basis behind the whole movie is stupid.
I mean, yes, the basis behind the movie is stupid, but that's a rom-com for you.
But I just thought it was stupid that she actually had to date the guy in order to write the article, because I was like, you don't.
Right.
And then I thought it was stupid that we're making a bet if he can find somebody to fall in love with him in 10 days behind a diamond account. I was like, that doesn't have anything to do with the job. Like, it didn't make any sense.
And do I get paid more?
Like, at least Andy, like, dating a guy, I was like, okay, because she's writing an article about it. It just, like, his side of the story, I was like, this doesn't fucking correlate.
Well, he's trying to branch out of beer and sports, and this is what he feels like he has to do.
I was frustrated.
I don't know why. He's got to branch out, stay in your lane, sir. But yes, so Andy meets Ben at this bar, and she chooses him as her subject of her experiment. So
they choose each other.
Yes. So over the next few days, she starts testing various behaviors that typically drive men away, such as being overly needy, clingy, controlling. She invades Ben's personal space, interferes with his poker night, buys him a dog, and embarrasses him in public.
Dog.
Despite all her extreme efforts, Ben endures Andy's antics because of his own bet, determined to make her fall in love with him. So, their first night together, they hang out the first day at this bar.
They're vibing. That first night, they're vibing. They're vibing on each other.
She gets on his motorcycle, which is crazy to me. I'm like, I just met you. I don't know what kind of man you are. I don't know how you drive your motorcycles, but I'm not getting on the back of it, but...
She had a helmet.
I guess. She got a helmet.
As long as a helmet.
You know what I hate? Every time I see someone riding a motorcycle, I'm like, these aren't clothes you wear at motorcycle. These aren't motorcycle clothes. I ride a motorcycle, leather pants, leather jacket. They be wearing like...
That's only certain motorcycles. That's like Harleys. You
I
didn't
guess.
have that type of motorcycle.
To me, that's anything where I can fall and scrape my... Can I get a little...
motorcycle almost looked more like a Vespa to me.
I mean... It's not one of the scarier ones, but still falling off a motorcycle at 60 miles per hour is gonna fuck you up no matter what.
You think having a leather jacket is gonna prevent that?
It's gonna help me a little bit. As I'd rather be wearing.
Do you think that's why they wear leather jackets when they ride motorcycles?
Yes.
Really?
To add protection. Yes.
Is it really though?
I think so. That's what I thought.
I
think you should at least wear pants and like a jacket to help if you fall. I mean, I don't think it's gonna help you fully, but it would help with the scrapes at least. as opposed to wearing, because I see people wearing
It's interesting.
t-shirts and shorts on a motorcycle. I'm just like, so if you just, even if you don't get into a car accident, even if you fall getting off your bike, you're fucked. You're getting scraped everywhere. I think that's, but you know, like people who wear, like people who are really into motorcycles, like that's what I think. That's why they wear that gear.
That was because they wanted to look cool.
It does look cool, but I think there is some kind of also like protection.
Well, they're on his bike, and
they're heading off.
They're headed to his place.
The restaurant they go to. I thought it was so weird. They go to eat like crab.
Oh yeah, he takes her to eat like lobster, but not even lobster, like crab.
Yeah, and you know that shit expensive in New York.
Yeah.
I thought that was random.
I thought it was random too.
I was like, okay,
why didn't you take her to a burger joint?
Right, and then they go back to his place. They do the whole let's have sex, let's not have sex. Oh, Andy's kind of like into like let's.
She kind of seems like she wants to fuck him.
And then
I'm boinking someone tonight.
And then, you know, Ben's trying to do this whole not lust, love. So we can't have sex.
She's a diamond. I'm working on this diamond account.
Exactly.
It all makes sense, but it doesn't.
Right. He could right.
I can't get past it.
Right. Yeah. I get it. So, but first night they hit it off. She leaves her purse there I mean, he was going to call her anyways, but of course she doesn't know this. Right. But so that he can call her again. Also,
she leaves her purse there intentionally.
Yes. And inside her purse are 2 tickets to the Knicks game that night.
And he finds them.
She's really into sports. We find out throughout the movie in the beginning. And he's really into sports because that's his sector at the fucking ad company. He should stay in his lane, but whatever. He's a man. So he finds them. He's like, I know these tickets aren't for me, but let's go to this game together.
He's like, hey, he also sends her flowers.
Oh, yes.
And he's
to me, that was love bombing. He sends her like 3 big ass.
It was like 5 dozen.
That wasn't cute. To me, that was just like, oh, this is love bombing. This is a red flag.
It was
a cute idea. Like, I get the idea of it, but like, this is the beginning, like red flags.
I was like, is he sending this to her to make her fall in love with him, or is he sending these to her because he wants to go to the Knicks game?
That's a great point.
But either way, shitty move on his part because his whole story is shitty.
So he calls her up and he's like, "Can we use your tickets to go to the Knicks game?" She says yes. Next scene, they're at the Knicks game. They're shooting the shit. They're having a great time.
They're having a great time at the Knicks game.
The vibes are there.
Yelling. They're both fired up. They're yelling at the fucking ref.
They get on the kiss cam. They kiss.
They get on the freaking kiss cam.
Kiss me.
They tongue each other down.
It's a very nice kiss. The chemistry between these two is amazing.
Great chemistry with these.
Are they married in real life? Any of these?
No.
She married each
They
other.
did do a second movie together, though.
Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold.
Did they do another one?
Just Fool's Gold.
I don't like Fool's Gold as much.
Have you seen Fool's Gold?
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. I forgot what it's about. They like steal money from the Bahamas or something.
Steal money from the Bahamas. Silly girl.
I'm almost like 70% correct.
They're treasure hunters almost, but they do history on this shipwreck that has gold in it, and they like spot it in the middle of the ocean, and they die for it. But also he owes someone money. You know, Kevin Hart's in the movie. He's like the bad guy.
Oh, is he really? So I was right.
They don't steal it from the Bahamas, like the state, like the Bahamas.
It was.
But it's also
not in the Bahamians people's hands. I don't know how to say.
No, it's
the people of Bahamas. It would have been better in their hands.
Sure,
they could use it more.
They didn't technically steal it though. He was just treasure hunting, and he found the. But yeah, that's what the movie's about. And then like some other shit happens. She works for like a rich guy. There's like the chief stew on it, and he's like a bum guy, whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Great chemistry between these two.
Great chemistry. 10 out of 10. So much they had to do a second movie together. Anywho, so we're at the Knicks game. Everything's going great. She hasn't turned on the crazy yet until the last like minute of the game.
Minute and 30 seconds.
She tells him, "Oh Ben, I'm so thirsty. Can you go get me a Coke? Or Diet Coke, Quinn? Ben, seriously, can you please go get it?" It's like a minute left of the game. It's like
a nail biter.
A nail biter.
It's like if they make like one more shot, they win the game. I think it's like the finals or some shit.
It might be the finals. It might be like the first game of the finals. It might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be, which is really important. Now that you say that, I think it might be.
If you watch basketball, I think that's important.
So I hear. And he reluctantly agrees. He's like, okay, fine. I'll go get this freaking Coke for you with a minute left of the game. He gets the Coke. He runs back down. She tastes it. Oh, Ben, this isn't diet. I'm a size 00. How do you think I stay like this? Get this shit out of here.
And him already getting it the first time was an ask with a minute and 30 seconds. So him having to go back is like even more annoying. So he's highly irritated.
And this is like 30 seconds. And I was telling you earlier, like, I wouldn't have gone. I'd have been like, either not have gone or I'd have like stood at the top of the stairwell. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
Right.
But I'm watching the rest of this game, girl.
But he goes and gets it.
Yeah, he goes and gets it.
And as soon as he's done getting the now Diet Coke, he heads back and he misses the game-winning point.
Right.
And he is pissed.
But that's okay, you know. You gotta do shit for the girl you love. You know, nothing crazy. It's just...
you gotta do shit for the girl you're trying to win over.
So, the end of that night, you know, things are going well. Anything else crazy happens? No. They part ways. Oh, yeah, they part ways. And then they make plans for the next day. Mm-hmm. The next day date is a movie date. They go see Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Movie I've never seen.
Obviously a huge chick flick.
I can't tell if they're watching it like an old viewing of it or if, like in this realm this movie has come out.
No. They're definitely watching an old viewing.
Oh, okay. Well,
came out in like 89.
So crazy.
The movie's at least like 13 years old.
Okay, fine. So they're watching Sleepless in Seattle.
Obviously, he doesn't want to watch freaking Sleepless in Seattle. It's a chick flick. She's like, in the movie theater, she's turning to him. She's like, what are you thinking about? He's like, I'm just, nothing. I'm watching the movie. But what do you think about, like, right now? Like, at this moment, as you're watching the movie, like, what are your thoughts? And he's like, I don't have any thoughts. I'm just trying to watch the movie. Meanwhile, there's a patron sitting behind them. And he's like, dude, put a muzzle on your bitch. Tell her to shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch Sleepless in Seattle.
I will give him that. He said shush first. He didn't go straight to bitches and hoes.
But he did tell him to put a muzzle on his girl. He didn't call her a bitch.
Yeah.
But he said put a muzzle on your chick.
After the second time, he was like, okay, shh, muzzle, fucking bitch.
So Kate, you know, doing her gotta make myself look crazy thing, turns to him and goes, if you don't shut up, my boyfriend is going to beat your butt. And
your ass.
The guy sitting behind them is very large.
Oh yeah, he can
tell. He's like at least a 500-pounder.
Yeah,
he's a big man.
Looks like he can wrestle. He's not like be in
the WWE.
Yeah, he's not like my 500-pound life.
But he's like tall.
He's like
400 pounds.
Yeah, but he look like he can. He like he could be in the ring.
He could for sure be.
Yeah.
So, guy behind them is like, "You want to take this outside?" He stands up. They see he's a fucking giant, and instantly regret on both of their faces.
And Kate's like, "Oh, I pushed this too far."
And she's like, "Oh, fuck." Anywho, they take it outside. He is like, "I'm not gonna, hit him. I just want to talk to him." This has been saying this. But the customer, the patron of Sleepless in Seattle, hits him in the fucking face.
He punches the shit out of him. He actually should have been knocked out. Because he punched the shit out of him.
Yeah, he goes down to the motherfucking ground.
At first I thought he was going to smack the shit out of him, which would have been really funny. I was really hoping he was going to just,
imagine getting punched in the face by that big of a man?
No. He should have been out for a while.
That should have been, right there, that would have been enough for me. I'd have been like, yeah, this is...
But
this
Kate...
chick is dangerous.
I said Kate. Andy was trying to walk it back. She was like, whoa.
She was like, okay, let's go back inside. Yeah, and he's like, no, I just want to talk to him. He can't speak to you like that. That is true. She was trying to
She was like, whoa, okay, actually I did too much. I'm just joking, guys.
Everyone.
Let me turn off the crazy.
So he gets punched and he's like, oh my God, Ben, I'm so sorry. And they kind of in the night, it's fine. She probably goes to his house and nurses him back to health.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the day. Right.
And I think in the morning she talks to her friends about what happened and you can tell she's she thinks he's cute. She kind of likes him. Mm-hmm. So that's a red flag right there, honey. You can't fall in love with the subject.
Yeah. And Ben's not turned off yet.
He's not.
He's still in the game. He's like, yeah, she's cool.
I got punched in the face with a gnarly at Sleepless in Seattle show.
He's like, getting punched in the face wasn't great, but getting nursed back
right.
to health was pretty enjoyable.
So the next date, he's like, okay, we have another NBA final. I don't have tickets. I don't want to miss it. I'm going to cook at home. She's going to come over. I'm going to cook this fabulous dinner. It's going to be a great night. And we're going to watch the Knicks game in the background. Because she likes the Knicks. I like the Knicks. She likes the Knicks. I know this because she's got tickets. We had a great time in the first movie. Should be no problem.
Yeah.
She gets there. Does she have a dog yet?
No.
She got that dog yet.
She has a box full of shit.
She a box full of shit. That's what it is.
She walks into the apartment. While he's cooking, he like lets her in. They say hello. He goes back to cooking. She's like walking around the apartment. She's like decorating. She puts on a pink fucking comforter on his bed.
It's disgusting.
She puts a pink rug in his bathroom.
Bears.
She puts
stuffed
teddy
animals.
bears and stuffed animals all over the sofa. She comes out with a plant. She's completely remodeled the home.
While
He's cooking fucking beef Wellington.
And it's like I don't know what, but it looks amazing. It wasn't just like
cooking up in there.
It was like, oh, this is gonna be a meal. Like,
yeah,
like boy can cook.
Whatever he was cooking, he was putting hours of preparation into it. It's taking him at least 2 hours.
It had to marinate, and then you had to put it in the oven for hours.
And then
it was perfectly timed to start doing the beginning of the game. Put a lot of thought into this.
He did.
Which I think that's the one time I felt kind of bad because I'm like, people put love in their food.
And he put love, care, and tenderness.
Right. So at this point, Andy's on. She's doing crazy Andy. She's not doing cool Andy and then like switching to crazy. She's coming out the back crazy. She's doing this look. And later in the movie he calls her like bipolar, but it's like legit. Like it's a completely different person.
It's a switch.
It's like a completely different person.
The other like 2 dates, it was like she was like easing him into it, and now she's like full throttle crazy.
It was like she was doing stuff that was like weird, but this was like, nah, I'm gonna turn this shit to 100.
Yeah, like this be crazy, yo.
So they sit down for dinner. Mm-hmm. The game's on. He's made her a plate. He thinks everything's gonna go well. Puts the plate in front of her. She starts crying.
She tears up.
What's going on, babe? What's going on?
He's like, what's wrong? And she's like, after he's cooked this beautiful meal, she's like, I don't eat meat. He's like, what? She's like, get it away from me before I barf.
Which is crazy because in my head I'm like, I know at that game she ate a hamburger or something. She ate a hot dog. I know she.
I was like, she has to have eaten a burger before, but when they went out that first night, she was eating crab, so pescatarian,
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like had he thought about it, he like, didn't you even eat like 2 days ago? But like, she was like freaking out. But yeah, so she's crying about the whole thing about the things is it's a bunny, and she's crying. She can think of animals. So to fix this, which is very lovely of him, he's like, okay, let's go out to eat somewhere. He picks, I'm assuming, some vegan place that she chose that has no television. It's some vegan food. He's eating it reluctantly, while she is she's like coming back. She hasn't been sitting down this whole time, from what I'm gathering. And when she comes back to the table, the waitress is like, how is everything? He's like, you wouldn't happen to know the score of the Knicks game. And the waitress looks like
she's like a hippie. She has piercings, a couple of tattoos, some gauges.
Yeah, some gauges.
And she's like, do I look like I would know the score to the next game? She's the kind of person. I hate when people ask me stupid ass questions too.
Oh.
And I wish I could respond like that. Cause like, why are you asking me that stupid ass question? Look at where you are.
Right. This is not the vibe.
This is a vegan restaurant.
Right. That's very New York. Like, no, I don't know. But like, New York would be like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Why'd you wake up this morning? And for whatever reason, she's not eating her food. And he's like, what's wrong with the food or something like that? And
she starts crying again. And then the waitress is like, are you okay? What's wrong? And then she's like, I'm fine. It's just my boyfriend. He thinks I'm fat. And he's like, no.
He's like, I ain't never said that.
He's like, I don't think you're fat. I don't think she's fat. I've never
said that.
And then the waitress is like, oh my God, you horrible man. And she's like, Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And he's like, I don't think
you're
she's
fat.
fat. I never fucking said that.
Mind you. So she gets up, goes to the bathroom, quote unquote. She actually goes to the kitchen to watch the game with the cooks because she's really into fucking sports. So this whole time she's been watching the fucking game.
Yeah.
Knicks fucking lose. They're out next year, honey.
And also, she's been watching the game while eating a burger.
Oh, right. She was eating something, right?
Why they had a burger at the vegan spot?
I think it was, I don't think it was a burger. I think it was like, what do you call that? Because I feel like it was like a Middle Eastern restaurant, almost. Gauche, it's like lamb. But it's like a thin, papery lamb thing. But I think it was, yeah, it's definitely meat.
Oh. Well, she's eating meat while he's over there eating tofu and rice.
Probably calling her fat. And it's so funny how chill he is, like, during all this. He wasn't like, oh my God, I'm fucking sick of you. I'm leaving. You're acting fucking crazy. He's like, I didn't call you fat, girl. Shut up.
Right.
And you know what I love?
What?
She keeps calling him my boyfriend. And he has not objected once.
He has not. He has not objected.
My boyfriend.
They were in that movie and she said, my boyfriend will beat your ass.
Right.
Bitch, this is date 2. The fuck?
My boyfriend, my man.
My man. Dimes, motherfucking dimes. There's a scene. In the Lyle and Eric Menendez story where they're in jail.
Oh.
And it's like the only like light semi-funny scene in the whole fucking movie.
Jesus,
But it's like kind of just like a montage of them in jail because you know they're like white rich kids, so they're not accustomed to this lifestyle. And they keep on like talking on the phone with their lawyers. The youngest one, Eric, he doesn't want to eat the food, so he's like stealing milk from everybody because that's all he'll eat. Meanwhile, the oldest brother, he keeps on talking on the phone with like the lawyers and stuff and his like girlfriend. But like you need dimes to like put into the like pay the phone machine or whatever. And then like probably after like 10 minutes you have to add another dime and then add another dime. So he's always like running out of dimes and he's always asking people for fucking dimes. And he's like trading like I'll give you this Rolex for 10 dimes and stuff like that. Jesus. And then one scene his grandmother mails him money and she mails him $100 and she's like, now you can have all the dimes you want. But in jail it's like you can't change fucking currency. Like your $100 bill is worthless to me. I need dimes. So he gets the letter. He's like, Grandma, you fucking idiot! I need dimes, motherfucking dimes. It was so great. It was really funny.
You fucking idiot. Oh,
it was
that's so
funny.
sad.
He was like, dimes, motherfucking dimes. It was really funny.
That makes me sad.
What?
That they're in jail.
It's so sad. I was devastated when I read that they were not together. I mean, in the end, you see them like in the movie ends. Are you watching it?
I mean, I know they're in jail together.
Yeah. So the end shows them basically being separated from prison. It was really sad to watch. I was like, oh my God, please tell me they're back together or something. And they hadn't been together since 2018. They had been separated from fucking. First of all, the trial went on forever. They committed the crime in 1989. They didn't get like fucking arrested. I really want to say like until they didn't go to jail until like 1995. But you know they were separated for like 20 years.
Yeah. Are they in jail during their trial?
Yeah, I mean they were in jail then, and they were together then. Oh. But then like once they were sentenced, they like separated them.
Oh. Damn. Dimes, I need fucking dimes.
Dimes, motherfucking dimes.
That's crazy.
You gotta watch it. It was so good. He was so good to watch.
This is crazy to go from like having everything you want. It's like, fucking need fucking dimes.
No, literally. She sends him $100 and he's like, I need fucking dimes. 10 cents.
And it's also fucked up. Like the prison won't like help. Like give me dimes.
Yeah, can I please convert this into something?
Like what the fuck is your problem, dude?
Yeah, like why can't I convert this $100 into dimes?
Where am I getting dimes from? The fuck? Okay, whatever.
And where are you getting dimes
Prison
from?
is crazy. And also, why do they have to pay to make calls?
Yeah.
Whatever.
No damn well the people ain't got no money in prison. Oh yeah. The fucking
right, but maybe not
prison system.
Let me save my tears for.
Let's save our tears for the black men.
Right.
But
anywho, so back to the movie.
Abused.
I think this is also the night So after they come home from dinner, this is the night where they try to have a little hanky panky, little sexy sex time, if you will, and they're getting into it. But Andy does this weird thing, and she names
Ben's penis,
and she names it Fluffy something.
Mr. Kitten Whiskers.
Is that it? No,
I'm making that up, but it was something along the lines.
Princess Snow.
Oh yeah, Princess Sophia.
Princess Sophia.
Does Princess Sophia want to come out to play? And he's like, hold on,
It's not her crazy.
who's Princess Sophia? She's like, your penis. Like that's so crazy. Of all the names, Princess Sophia.
And then he was like, "What you call it, Roger or something?" And
He's like, whoa. If you're gonna name my penis, you gotta make it something hyper masculine, like freaking Stan or the Kroll King.
he was wild for that. She said, "What was that?"
Right? She said, "Run that back." What did you say? The Kroll King.
He was like, he was like, "What's your name?" Because I feel like that slipped up. He was like, "Oh fuck, why did I say that?"
Why did I say Kroll the King? But so that happens, and she tries to still pursue him for the night, and he's like not into it.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe not tonight. And she takes this as okay, maybe he's over me.
Right.
Like, maybe he's like, okay,
Finally.
this bitch is crazy. So she's like, okay, well, I should head out for the night. And she leaves.
So next time they meet up, she goes to his office to meet his friends and everything, and she brings the world's ugliest fucking dog with her.
Dude, it's so fucking ugly. Why the dog ain't got no fucking hair on it?
So
Except for
ugly.
at the top.
And it's revealed
wanna
that she
kick it.
bought him a dog. I was just waiting for her to be like, "This is my friend's dog, and I'm going to return it later." This to me is too much.
She actually purchased the dog.
I think so.
I guess she did, huh?
I mean, I think so. To me, that was too much. I was like, "Girl, we've what if he didn't want the dog? What?
Right, she shows up at his job.
It was a pissy ass dog. And pisses everywhere.
Fucking dog that pisses everywhere. It's so fucking ugly. It's like a chihuahua. It's like one of those purse-sized dogs, but it's worse than a chihuahua, and it's hideous.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look at the dog that I bought us, me, you, or whatever the fuck the dog's name is." Oh, I think she called it Kroll the King.
Yeah, she calls it
calls
Kroll.
it Kroll the King. The same thing she named his penis. And she's like, "We're one big happy family."
And the damn dog pisses on their pool table.
Everywhere.
The damn dog. And then, so she meets his friends for the first time. Everyone gets to see how crazy she is.
Yeah, his two, I don't know if they're his coworkers, but they act like they're his fucking
Yeah,
slaves.
you're right. But
But
his
she
underlings.
meets them. He's definitely their leader.
I feel like he comes up with the ideas. One of them draws, and maybe the other one makes statements. I don't know. They're like a little team.
One of them draws.
I do. I think the little one with the beard, I think he actually sketches. I'm not joking.
Okay.
But anywho, then so he's got a dog now. Later that day, she does a whole calling him 18 times, like voice messages. "Where are you? How are you doing? Why don't you answer?" Blah blah blah. Then she shows up at the door unannounced. "Hey Ben, it's me." She walks through the door and she presents to him a photoshopped family album
That she made.
of him and their future kids. Now this is psychotic.
That should have been the kicker right there. That's when I was like, this
But
is
you
as
did-
crazy as it gets.
And that's how you knew that they had an agenda, because there ain't no way.
Ain't no motherfucking way. And then so she comes in and she's like, "I made this photo album of me and your kids." And he's like, "We don't have kids." And her go-to is to start fucking crying. And she's like, "So you don't want to see what our kids look like?" And he's like, no, I'm sure they're beautiful. I really want to see it. She's like, "No, you don't." And he's like, no, please show me the book. I really want to see it. And she's like, "Okay." So she shows them the book. The kids are fucking hideous. And
wow, these kids are really attractive.
they're really attractive. They're hideous children.
It's an interesting adjective to use.
And then so while she's showing him the photo album, he gets a call. He answers it. It's his mother.
My mother.
And she says, "Hey, Ben, is Andy there? I want to speak to her." And so he gives her the phone and he's like, "It's my mom." She wants to talk to you. And then so she talks on the phone with Ben's mom. They're shooting the shit. And she's like, hey, Kathy. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, that's crazy. I had no idea. Oh, Kathy, stop it. You're hilarious.
See, that's why I would draw the line.
Okay, talk to you later, Kat. Love you. Bye.
To me, that's diabolical to call somebody's mama and you're trying to ruin his life.
Literally. And then so he turns to her and he's like, You talked to my mom? Y'all have met? Y'all are on speaking terms? You've gotten her number? And she was like, yeah, well, I called her up just to get some baby photos of you. And we ended up, like, hitting it off.
The mom should have been like, this is a red flag. Everyone should have been like, this is
Everybody should have been like, this is a cause for motherfucking concern.
cause for motherfucking concern.
So, photo book wasn't enough. She now talking to his mama. The bitch crazy.
Yes, the bitch is crazy.
And at this point, he's like,
I need some me time, girl.
I don't really know where this leaves us. Does he say he has to go to work? What happens next?
So he's like, I need some me time. You actually have to go because I have to do some work event. And she's like, oh man, darn, because I got some amazing tickets with some amazing seats, and I guess I was gonna go with you, but since you have to work, can't go.
Knicks tickets, by the way.
Well, I don't think she says Knicks tickets, but I think he thinks they're Knicks tickets.
No, she does say Knicks tickets. This is what confuses me, because she does say Knicks tickets, and then so I feel like they go to like the stadium. I think she had a plane here. She knew that whatever fucking stadium Celine Dion was playing like next door, I don't fucking know. So she says the Knicks tickets. I feel like on the way there, they had the intention of going to the Knicks game, but then she like sees Celine Dion's like playing, and she's like, "Can we go to this instead?" Because she says Knicks tickets.
Let's see. So we have discovered that
he said. I don't know.
He said he planned for that night for him to cook and them to watch next game, but he's got to go to work. She's like, that's crazy because I got tickets. She's like, great tickets. She can smell the sweat. He's like, tickets. He thinks she's talking about Knicks tickets. Unbeknownst to him, this bitch talking about Celine Dion tickets, which I think is a great trade-off. Not what you thought. Not what you thought, but I mean, like, this is a concert.
Him as a heterosexual, misogynistic man does not care about Celine Dion.
I think everyone cares about Celine Dion. I mean, like, I wouldn't buy tickets to Celine Dion, probably. But if someone was like, I got Celine Dion tickets,
if this man is dead set on going to the Knicks game, that's where he thinks he's going. Great tickets. You can taste the sweat. He thinks he's about to be on freaking the floor seats to the New York Knicks.
This man gotta have.
We pulling up at Celine Dion.
It was really funny because it's gotta be. I think it's at the same.
It's at the same like arena.
Yeah. To me, this man's got the best patience in the world because, bitch, I done went off on you. I done went off on you. 2 dates ago.
We of course know why he's like still in this.
No,
but she's probably like, what the literal fuck? There is no getting rid of this man.
Right. But still, no. I would have gave up. I was like, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Because when we went to that vegan restaurant, nah. I'd have been mad. I would have when you told people I called you fat when I didn't call you fat. I'm like, bitch. And then we go to you knew I thought we was talking about the next game, and we pull up to Celine Dion. I'd have been
pissed.
I would have to show some kind of reaction. Cause bitch, what?
Some sort of something. So she's kind of having like a power with her girl. She's like, there's nothing cracking this guy. I don't know what to do.
They're like, what are you doing tonight? And she's like, well, tonight I have a night off. It's poker night. It's a boys' night. So I'm letting him do that. And Jenny, one of the friends, is like, ain't no off days, bitch. This is the perfect time.
This is the time you need to be infiltrating. So what does she do? She infiltrates poker night. She's being annoying as fuck. She brings fucking cucumber sandwiches as snacks. She tells them they can't smoke their fucking cigars. She says that everyone has to fucking pet the fucking ugly ass rat looking dog.
She reveals people's cards.
During poker. She pulls out a fucking tissue box and tells Ben to blow his fucking nose in the fucking handkerchief in front of all of his friends.
It's a lot.
She's only there for 5 minutes, but everyone...
She's doing a lot of damage.
It's honestly, this girl has so much confidence because I couldn't do it.
I would not be able to do that. She has so much confidence.
I feel like she's also having a great time acting crazy.
Yeah, she's probably enjoying it.
She's like,
it's probably a little fun for her.
Yeah.
Because even when she goes back into the kitchen, she like laughs a little.
Yeah. But eventually,
I would be dying of embarrassment.
I would die. I'd be like, everyone in New York knows I'm crazy or thinks I'm crazy. So how did she realize she's unwelcomed?
So
right.
then, so she's done all these crazy things at poker night. And then one of the guys kind of says, I think she might be certifiable. And Ben kind of is like, no, this bitch is crazy. And she overhears.
Right.
And she's basically like, so you think I'm a crazy person?
I dare you.
And then as she's having like this hysterical moment, then she sees that their love fern that she brought for him is dead.
Like, sir, all you do is, how you kill this plant this quickly?
Yeah, how do you kill a plant in 5 days?
Just like put some water in it.
Right. And she's like, first you call me crazy, now our love fern is dead.
We're done.
Does that mean our love is dead? And she's like, you can call me when you sort out your issues, mister. So she leaves and she storms off and she's like, she thinks, thank God, like this is it. I've gotten rid of him. He's reached his limit. He doesn't go after her instantly. He's like, fine, let her leave. This bitch is crazy. It's not worth it. I can't keep up with this. His little flunkies, his slave friends, Thayer and I don't know the other guy's name. They go to the kitchen and they're basically like, you cannot let her leave. Think about what you're risking here if she walks out this door. We're losing out on the diamond account. God, them in this fucking diamond account.
Do you get a bonus or something?
And right. And they're like,
Totally.
you have to go after her. And they're like, couples therapy. Tell her you want to do couples therapy.
That's actually a great idea.
That'll buy you at least another 3 days. And he's like, I
guess.
can't. This is crazy. And they're like, you have to do it.
Right.
And then so she leaves. She's out the door. He freaking goes down like the terrace escape that they have. You know how like New York has those fucking fire escapes, patios, whatever the fuck those things are called. He goes down one of those. Fire escapes, whatever. He goes down those and he meets her and he's like, Andy, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Don't leave.
Don't leave, baby.
Let's do couples therapy.
Now, this is day 6.
This is day 6.
If he not crazy at this point, I'm like, if he like at this point, if I'm Andy, I'm like, this nigga's crazy.
No, like when he calls her, she's like, bro, what the fuck?
What the hell?
Like
is
her
wrong with
instant reaction is like, why can't I get rid of you?
Yes, she's like, are you fuck? Like,
are you the crazy one here?
Are we both
am
watching
I?
on how to lose a girl? And, like, what? Are you
like, why do you still want me?
It's crazy. So he suggests
couples therapy,
and he's like, I know a guy. She's like, no, I know a therapist that can help us.
That is perfect for handling a man like you,
right.
Ben Barry.
So the next day, day 7 of their little fling,
their journey,
they arrive to the therapist. Unbeknownst to Ben, the therapist is Michelle, Andy's friend, who's not a therapist. She's a journalist,
she's
a columnist.
The inspiration of this column.
Yes, and she writes health and, which is funny. What she do, like health and sports? No, health and fitness. That's what she writes about.
Oh yeah, she does health.
But she's pretending today she is therapist number 1.
So they sit down with our good girl Michelle, and she's asking about their relationship. How long have y'all been dating? And Andy says 7 days. Ben's like, isn't that a little bit like soon to be seeing a therapist? And Andy's like, Ben, I mean, yeah, we haven't known each other a lifetime, but hello, we're like in love. And
my boyfriend.
The therapist asks, okay, like, what's your sex life like? And they reveal they haven't had sex. And Andy tells the therapist, Michelle, that Ben has erectile dysfunction. And Ben's like, hold on, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? I ain't got that. The one time that we tried to have sex, you named my penis. And they start bickering. So, Michelle makes a suggestion.
Right.
And it was like, you know, why don't you take some time and spend the weekend with his parents? Which was like random. There's a reason why she said that. But
she was like, I don't know. Well, let's get out the city. She was like, she was acting cool up until then. I'm a cool person. My parents have been.
He probably said something about she called my mom for God's sakes or something.
It's okay, yeah, but
it's okay.
Really, but anyway, he brings
small
up
details.
Right, he brings up Staten Island, and then their therapist, Michelle,
makes the suggestion that she spends the weekend with them in Long Island or Staten Island?
Staten Island.
Was Staten Island?
I think it was, yeah.
One of the islands. So I thought it was funny because I just always remember watching this movie. I thought they went to like fucking Texas or something.
Right.
Like, you mean to tell me they're still in New York?
Right. Just over the water.
So they go up the road.
Right.
To Staten Island.
So people, go back and forth daily.
Right.
They made it seem like it was.
They made it seem like they were. They went on this journey,
right.
This long journey.
Right. They didn't even go to Connecticut. Like they were.
Right. They still in the same fucking state.
Right. But yes.
So they head to Staten Island. They arrive at Ben's cribbo. They walk in. Kids everywhere. Well, not kids. Well,
we meet the mom.
It's commotion.
It's a house. It's a home. But it's not like a fancy. It's like it's a very homey place.
Yeah,
we learned that Ben's dad was in the military or something like that. They moved there like 10 years ago. He was stationed. The mom walks in and she's kind of kooky. Ben gets a hold of a baby. He's like, I'm gonna go change this baby's diaper. You go meet my family outside. So
he's like, make yourself comfortable.
And he goes out
in this house full of strangers that you don't know.
She goes outside and she clicks with the family. They play this game called Bullshit, which is, you gotta put cards down in a certain order. I have 6, 8. I have 2, 6 of hearts.
Bullshit. You have 2.
You don't have 2 6 of hearts. I have all this hearts.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of a game. It's like poker, but like less difficult, maybe.
Yeah.
Basically, you're
bullshit.
You're calling people's bullshit via this card game.
Which is funny, because they both have fucking bullshit. They're both doing bullshit.
They both have bullshit written all over them.
They're both doing bullshit activities.
But she's hitting it off with his family immediately.
And she's completely turned off crazy Andy.
She's completely turned off crazy Andy.
She's like, I can only do this. I won't take it this
She
far.
can't be crazy in front of the family. She's like, that's where I draw the line.
Right.
I must be normal in front of them.
She's being cool Andy. This is the Andy that Ben is like, oh, she's awesome.
Yeah. And then so they're vibing. She's vibing with the family. And it's like, oh, cute couple award goes to them.
Right.
And then so then the mom, like Ben steps away for like a moment. And the mom comes up to Andy. She's like, you're so amazing. You're the first girl that he's ever brought home. Don't break his heart. She gives Andy a hug with a super tight embrace, and they love her.
Right. They love her. And then Ben and Andy spend even more time together. They go pick up some ice cream. Andy drives his motorcycle. He teaches how to drive. And
they get dirt on them. Someone splashes dirt on them.
He shows her how to work a shower. So while he's showing her how to work a shower, it's very difficult. She's like, she's
getting like emotional.
Yeah, because
they're in the bathroom together, and he's like about to turn on the shower for her, and she starts to cry, and he's like, here comes this crazy bitch.
Right.
And he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing. It's just, your mom hugged me today. And she really hugged me.
I don't know for sure, but I feel like her character's mom died.
Oh, that's what you feel?
Yeah. And
I just feel like she probably just doesn't have like a close relationship with her family. That's what I got from that.
I got like my mom's dead and someone hasn't hugged me. I mean, either or.
Yeah, I got like you and your family are so like close knit and tight. I don't have that.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be a part of that in some capacity. But anywho, she's getting emotional because Ben mom fucking hugged her. And she's like, she hugged me so tight. Yeah. And it felt like a real hug. And
I've had a great time. She's probably reminiscing on the fact that like she's been acting crazy and not herself.
Right.
And to this guy that she actually likes.
Yeah, so she's like feeling all the feels. But it's like not like crazy. It's like
just like
vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable.
And so he like bends down to her and he's like says sweet things and basically is like, I want to see you smile. And she cracks a smile for him. And then they kiss. And then they have shower sex.
For the first time in forever, they have shower sex on date. It was like 8.
Yeah. So they finally did the deed.
Yes.
They go back to New York.
Yeah.
He drops her off at her place. The vibe's different. They're like feeling each other now. And he asks her, he's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow's day 10.
I got this gala event for my company. I want you to come with me. We're launching the Diamond account. I want you to come with me as my girlfriend. She's like, no, he says as my girlfriend.
Okay. She's like, bitch, you've been my boyfriend this whole time. What else would it be?
Right. Yeah, I mean, duh, as your girlfriend. I've been your girlfriend since day 2, motherfucker. And she agrees, and she's like, what's tomorrow? The 10th day that we've been dating? And he's like, yeah.
I believe so.
And she's like, well, I guess we'll see.
I mean, honest, do you think I think you could fall in love with someone in 10 days
No.
if you spend every day with them.
No.
You can. She said no. You don't know.
No.
You know what love is. I think
That's fair, I don't.
Sorry, I didn't mean like that. But I think if you spend 10 days with someone, like every day, you're fast pacing this.
You could like them a lot.
No. Because at the 5th day,
I don't even see how they could be in love with each other because the first 9 days. I'm sorry.
9 days. Damn bitch.
The first 9 days was her being fucking crazy. There was nothing to love.
I'm not saying that this is the instance that this happens. I'm saying in some instances, in a perfect world, you could be like, I think I love this person.
Yes, in certain instances, in cases.
I'm not saying in this one.
Yes, but in this instance, it's not possible. I was like, there's no way either of you can love each other because you didn't like her for the first 8 days of this relationship because she was turning up the crazy.
Yeah.
But anywho, so the next night, it's the gala night. The Diamond Gala.
She walks out in a yellow dress.
It's time to pick her up. And she comes out in that yellow dress.
And you know what? I go back. I think this yellow dress is iconic because to me, one, I rarely see a silk yellow dress. And also she's wearing it at night. It's a beautiful dress. And I'm just like, you really can't. I don't know. To me, yellow is just not.
It's not night.
It's not night. It's not a. I can't think of like a formal dress that's yellow.
Yeah, I think
it's not. It's on the top of my list.
I think it was so iconic because of the back.
Yeah. Oh yes. But to me,
when she came out in it, I was like, oh my god, I hate the front of that dress.
Oh.
Once she turned around, I said, oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
show off that back, baby.
I think it's crazy that they chose like a yellow dress.
Yeah, I saw somewhere like they were trying to put her in like green and shit. They were trying to put her in like a loud color, I guess.
They wanted her to be in a loud color.
Yeah, like they were trying out like greens and shit.
So and then they
put her in a yellow, and I'm like,
why did it have to be like a loud color? Why can't it be like a regular?
I guess something to stand purple? Out. I don't know. It's either gonna be yellow, green, or red, probably.
Right. Oh shit, red.
But
I don't know, like a blue. But to me, yellow is just like, wow, that's like a day. That's a day for a wedding. Yeah. I just can't. To me, you can't wear a yellow dress at night. She makes it work. She makes it work. But I was like, whoa, okay, girl.
So
iconic.
They head to the gala. Everybody's there. Andy's boss is there. The two Judys are there.
Right.
Ben's boss is there. His little flunky slaves are there.
Andy's peeps. I mean, yeah, Andy's peeps aren't there. Her girls aren't there.
They aren't there?
No, not the girls.
Okay, her girls aren't there. But everybody else is there.
Yeah.
The people who own these diamonds for the account that we're trying to get, they're there. So, Andy arrives with Ben. Ben walks off, I guess, like, chat up with his, like, two flunkies, his assistants, whatever. And Andy tries on these diamonds that the owner of the diamonds, like, has. He's like, you're so beautiful, you must put on these diamonds. She puts on this expensive-ass fucking diamond necklace. Meanwhile, Ben's talking to his boss. His boss is like, this is it. This is a big day.
What did it happen?
If she loves you, you get the account, which was never discussed or agreed upon, but whatever.
Clearly that's what they meant.
And if she doesn't, you don't give the account. It goes to the Judys. So, now we must see if she loves them.
So Ben's boss takes it upon himself. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of this waiting game. I'm gonna go see if this girl loves this boy.
I don't like how they acted like it was that easy.
That easy what?
I mean, obviously it was that easy because it's a movie, but he's like, I'm just gonna go ask her if she's in love with you after 10 days.
I mean, what would be? Yeah, I don't think it's always gonna be easy. But what else the fuck? How else would we prove this?
Right.
So like, I don't know how else like put this bitch up to a lie detector test. So I was just gonna have to ask her.
So he goes up to her and he's like, "Oh, hi, I'm so and so, Ben's boss. You must be Andy." And she's like, "Hi, Ben's boss. I am Andy."
He's asking her, "Are you in love? How are you and Ben? Are you in love with him?"
He's like, "I know love when I see it." And she's like, "Oh, no. I'm not in love." And then after it was really like a, me think thou do protest too much. And after she sat there and said, "No, I don't love him," 10 times, after standing there and reflecting, she realized that, wait, she does love him. And he can tell that she loves him. And he's like, "Well, Andy, it was nice meeting you. Enjoy your night."
Done.
So, Big Boss Man goes up to Ben, and he's like, "She's in love with you. Congratulations. You've got the account." Why are we... I just don't like how we're putting the hands of the company into this bet.
Right.
The probability of how well the Judys versus Ben will do on this account is determined by a bet.
Well, so maybe also helped was, okay, so earlier, Ben got the idea from Andy saying frosting to come up with the slogan, "Frost yourself."
But that was awful. That was an awful slogan.
But,
Frost.
But Ben's boss loves it.
He loves
He
the
eats
slogan.
that shit up. Go
Frost yourself.
So maybe that also helped. He was like, "Oh yeah, these are great ideas." I mean, I don't understand.
Ice me out would have been better.
Ice me out.
Frost yourself.
Frost.
The fuck?
Yeah, I don't like that word. I feel like I got the idea, but I feel like we could have chose a better word. I don't know. What's the girl?
The idea, but it's stupid.
What the girls had? Because I'm sure it was better.
Right.
Anywho, so Ben's like, "Yeah, I have the account." The Judys at some point overhear this, and they're like, "We need to do damage control."
They're pissed.
So they do the smart thing. They go talk to Ben's flunkies, and they're like, "We know that Ben told Andy about the bet and that she's been lying, and she told him that she's in love with Ben, but she's not actually in love with him."
Which is a lie.
Which is a lie, because they don't know. They ain't never talked to a girl in their life.
So, and then they say, "We're going to go tell the Big Boss Man right now that Ben tricked all of us and he lied.
He lied.
And he didn't win this bet honorably." So
it sends them into a
spiral.
So
the two flunkies Ben's flunkies now feel like they have to do damage control. So they go up to Andy and they're like, "Hey, Andy, we know that Ben told you about the bet, about that he has to make a woman fall in love with him in 10 days, and if he doesn't get this diamond account. But when our boss comes up to you and asks you if you're in love with Ben, can you just lie and say that you really are in love with him, even though you're not, because this whole thing is a bet?"
Well, she did already.
And she's like, "Oh, yeah, this is news to her."
Right.
Because she's already in love with him. She's already talked to the boss.
Right.
And she did not know that this was a bet.
And while that's going on, Ben has gotten the eye of
Andy's boss.
Yes, Lana. And Lana, she can never keep her mouth shut. She's yapping, yap. Ben is like, "You see that girl over there? That's my date." Lana's like, "Oh, well, that's my how-to girl, Andy." Right now, she's writing an article of how to lose a guy in 10 days.
And she's doing some of the most awful things to him. She's making a photo album of their future children. She's calling up his mom, asking for his social security number. She even named his penis.
Now, Lana.
And then, so as she's saying all of this, you would think she would have thought, like,
that's
maybe this is the guy.
Right.
But it doesn't connect for her until after she's literally said fucking everything.
Because she's just a gossiper. She just has to tell someone this.
So she fucks up, tells Ben that Andy, is using Ben.
Yes.
And so now Ben's pissed, Andy's pissed.
At the same time.
They both know what the fuck is going on.
Yes. So before they can really discuss this, the gala begins. Andy takes it upon herself.
She's getting a little drunk.
She's getting a little drunk. She's like, before the festivities begin and this guy starts singing, Ben wanted to come up and thank
Ben Barry, folks.
Yeah, he wanted to come up here and give a little song to thank the Diamond people. Come on, Ben.
Why don't you come up here and show the people what you've got? Serenade this audience with a song.
Why
Which was so random.
right? So why he
Another
gets
reason why I was disappointed at this movie. I was like, what is the point of this?
Well,
I
it's
was
just
like,
fun.
this is random.
So she pulls him on stage. She's like, okay, this is my exit. I'm out. But Ben tells his flunkies to stop her. She comes back on stage, and they both sing, "You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain." And then they kind of like talk about, you did this, you did that. Oh, you're terrible. No, you're terrible. And then they storm out
So
in front of everybody.
Andy gets off the stage. She runs out of there with the diamond still on her neck, by the way. So she runs out of there, and Ben goes after her, and basically is like, "You used me to write about your silly little article, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Well, guess what? You lost him." And she's like, "Hold on, motherfucker. Don't try to flip this script on me. I was just a bet. A stupid bet." She's all that. I was just a bet. You used me to get ahead at work. And I hope it worked out for you. I really do.
I feel like Ben, like throughout this whole thing, he acts like she's the villain, but I'm like, you also did something fucked up too.
Yeah, he was acting like her thing was far worse. But like y'all both in the wrong.
Yeah, I was like, you've been basically
Like I was a bet, and y'all both used each other for work.
right. You were trying to love bomb this girl
Yeah.
so she could stay. Luckily, you didn't need to because she was crazy and she was obsessed with you. But had she not been, you'd have been like.
And I do want to point out, at
Oh,
least, I want to give Andy some credit. At one point, she did go talk to her editor and was like, "Hey, I can't write this story anymore." And her editor was like, "Bitch, we go to press tomorrow. You're still writing it. Shut the fuck up." So she did try to not write it.
But this is also when Andy could have been like, "And I'm just gonna stop being crazy. And I'm just gonna write the rest of it." Like you've done enough crazy.
There was many solutions, and also, okay, I didn't find it necessary for her to actually date a guy to write this article.
Yeah,
but then I also didn't find it necessary for her to wait for him to break up with her. Just because he hasn't broken up with you doesn't mean that the things that you're doing doesn't exemplify crazy and would cause another man to leave.
Yeah,
it was just
right, and it's
unnecessary.
Like you did enough.
Like your job isn't relying on him dumping you. You can still write the article if he dumps you or not.
They're not doing like a character.
They're not fact checking you for this.
Like he had to break up with you. This isn't real.
Yeah, for this article to be credible.
Yeah, this how-to article is just not going to make the cut it, girl. But yes, they have a big stomp out. They're both mad at each other. And at this point, they go about their lives. They part ways. Andy
Fast forward.
The article has come out. She talks to her boss, Lana. She's like, "You love the article. Great. So this means I can write about anything I want now."
And Lana's like, "Of course. You can write about anything." And Andy's like, "Even politics?" And Lana's like, "Not anything." And she's like, "Okay, what about religion?" And she said, "Think of this more as you can write anything like shoes, fashion, gossip, celebrities." It's not really.
Yeah, girl, this is still composure.
This is composure. Think about where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this moment, Andy's like, "I'm never going to be able to write about what I truly care about and what actually speaks to me." So what does she do? She thanks Lana for the opportunity and thanks her for making it so easy for her to quit. And that is what she does. She quits.
I hate how she quits because I kind of want her to still like have a relationship with Lana, but
yeah, she does kind of quit and like
she's been like, "Lana, this ain't working for me
right." Should have been like, yeah, she could have quit a little bit better, but whatever.
Because Lana's not the villain, but bitch, you can't write.
Lana's not a bad person. She's just like, bitch, this isn't the fucking New York Times. I can't.
This ain't Devil's Prada, just like, but you can't.
This is a superficial fluff magazine. Okay.
So Ben on the other hand, he's got the diamond campaign. He's shooting the advertising
for Frost.
Frost
yourself off with some fucking diamonds or whatever the fuck the slogan is.
And then his friend brings him Andy's article, and he's like, "You need to read this." You know, the article that was basically written about him. and we don't really get what it says, but we see some buzzwords.
That's another reason what pissed me off about this fucking movie. Why the fuck don't y'all read the article to us?
You wanted it to be like
in freaking
Kiss
Never
Me.
Been Kissed.
Never Been Kissed. That's what you wanted.
When we hear Drew Barrymore's inner fucking monologue, read the fucking article
Because
to us. That shit pissed me off. I want to hear the fucking article.
This would have still been, but it would have mainly been gibberish about how to lose a guy in 10 days.
That's why I have so many qualms about this movie. It just failed us in so many departments.
It's not. Don't take it so seriously.
I'm taking it very seriously.
But so some words that we see are like, I lost a good guy, I pushed him away, come back to me, I love you.
You never know how good you got it until it's gone. I drove away the only guy I ever really loved.
Yeah,
yada, yada, yada.
which I think is. I feel like they could have reconciled this easier after like a day or two. They're like, that was crazy.
Want to get coffee?
Right, and just like start fresh.
So Ben reads the article and he's like, I gotta get my girl back. So he goes to her office at Composure and he sees Michelle and he's like, where is Andy?
Where's my girl?
And Michelle is like, she's gone. She quit. She's going to DC. She has an interview. And he's like, when does she leave? And they're like, she's leaving now. She's like in a cab on the way to the airport, take the plane.
My favorite part is when he's like, you're not a therapist. He looks at Michelle, he's like, you're not a therapist. She's like, no. And he's like, you owe me $300 because I'm pretty sure he actually paid her $300,
right?
Which I thought was fucked up. I hope he gave her a check and she never cashed it. Because if
I
she
hope
cashed
so.
it, that's fraud.
Right. That is very true.
Bitch, you're scamming.
You are a scammer.
Scammer. But scammer.
So he leaves and he's on the way to get his girl. I would also like to point out she's just going to DC for the interview.
Yeah.
She's not moving there. She'll be back. We don't have to do all of this, but for the sake of the movie, let's get in the taxi.
Right. It didn't have any
let's get on the motor. Yeah, there was no high stakes. She's not moving. She'll be back.
Just like
in 2 days.
Give me her cell phone number.
Right.
Michelle, thanks.
Fuck. So he gets on his motorbike and he chases after her. He goes to her apartment. He just misses her. She just gets in the cab. And so he follows her on his motorcycle all the way. I guess they're on the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know. They're on some bridge. Yeah. He follows her to LaGuardia. I don't know. JFK. One of those. And
he makes the taxi driver do an abrupt stop, which is very dangerous. So I can tell her that you should not do that.
On this bridge, right. He catches up with them. He makes eye contact with Andy and he's like, stop the car now. The taxi man pulls over and she gets out of the car. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he pulls out that magazine and he asks her, is this real? Is this real?
Is this one of your
or is this fake and you're just making this up to make a good article?
Shut up.
And she's like, I meant every word. And he's like, then where are you going? And she's like, I don't belong here anymore. I need to chase my dreams. And he's like, I think you're running. And Andy says, excuse me?
Excuse me?
And he's like, I think you're running away from what you really care about.
What that is?
Me.
Oh.
And then they kiss or something.
Yeah. And they live happily ever after. So we think. Do you think they're going to stand the test of time?
Yes. They make out very intensely. I'd also like to point that out.
They have perfect chemistry, and I think
they have great chemistry. I have a lot of qualms about this movie, but the one thing that I don't have qualms about is their fucking fantastic chemistry.
And I think their love in this show movie is going to last.
Oh no, they're perfect for each other because they're both in love with sports,
and to me they would be the perfect parents.
She's that girl that I want a girl who doesn't wear makeup and watches sports and doesn't take her shit so seriously. That girl that all those guys want, she's it. So
but she's not a pick-me.
She's not a pick-me.
She's just herself.
She's like, I don't get along with girls because girls are jealous.
Don't do Andy like that. She has girlfriends and she's very supportive. Who are your favorite characters?
Who's my favorite character?
If it's not the two lesbians, you go fuck yourself.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for mentioning them because it's definitely the two fucking lesbians. They need justice.
They need justice because I don't understand why they're not working the diamonds.
I don't know who. At no point could you ever make me think they're the villains of this movie.
I feel like we're supposed to hate them, but they're the victims because they really should have the campaign.
Absolutely. And they're victims of white heterosexual privilege.
Yeah. And look how hot they are.
Look how fucking hot they are.
And they're smart.
And they're hot.
And they're devious.
Yeah.
And they're fun. And I want a little TV show about them and how they got their, and how they got their start in advertising.
Well, we're not getting that, but
it's not too late. It's not too late. But I mean, I think this movie's so great. I already know that you don't think this movie can stand the test of time.
it's good. You know, as we sit here and psychoanalyze movies for 2 hours, there's just been better ones that just make more sense. This one just like is based in like zero logic.
But I feel like you have to accept it for what it is. It's just like a fun movie.
Frustrates me.
I feel like some movies need to make sense, but this movie doesn't need to make sense.
This one doesn't even make the slightest of sense.
No. It doesn't make the slightest of sense.
Like zero. Like other movies like slightly make sense. Like this one doesn't.
You just don't understand how corporate New York City advertising columnist life is. We just don't understand it. I think that's the disconnect.
Well, it's been real.
It's been real, girl.
It's been fun.
It's been fun, girl.
It's been real fun. We'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, comment.
Tell your sisters.
Even if it's a bad comment.
Follow us everywhere. Please don't spoil the movie. Our episodes come out Fridays now, in case you haven't realized. And yeah.
Watch out. Every other Friday. New episode alert.
Yeah.
All right. Kisses. Bye.
Toodaloo.